Hello Leo, this is your January 1st to January 15th, 2017 read. I don't know why I want to say 16 so bad. Because currently, when I'm doing this, it's 2016, that's why. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, still in from the box. And for the supporting cards, I'm using Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Very much like that deck, and as usual, I have already shuffled the cards, so let's go ahead and get this going. Your overall energy is the Sun card, which is great, especially for Leo. Okay. Anything else we want to say here? No, we're going to leave this here. Well, I have to say, we're starting off with a great thing here. I feel like last year we had a few rough readings for Leo. And I have to say, this year, granted, not everybody, January is the start of a new year for everybody, so I apologize, but for this section here, for this read, this is starting out really great for Leo, in my opinion, which I believe you're going to agree, but hey, I'm sure there's comments. Your overall energy is the Sun, especially when it comes in for a fire sign, which clearly Leo is. I feel like you're in control. You're in control, things are going your way, and you're feeling very inspired and energetic about what's happening. It's interesting because the time frame this is happening, the Sun is going to be in Aquarius, which is opposite of Leo. It can cause a little discord sometimes, depending on how it's affecting you. I feel like it's actually tempering you in a sense that's helping you get what you want. I feel like you're very communicative, but I feel like the way you're communicating is different than normal, maybe. And it might be a little more tongue-in-cheek. Is that the word I want to use? Maybe a little bit more stir the pot than normal. A little bit more inquisitive than normal. Like, I'm getting this, like, tappy-tap energy here. Like, a little kind of, like, antsy, a little, like, I just can't sit still type feel. Not that that's rare for a Leo, but I feel like there's more to it. Like, a little this sort of, like, borderline agitation seems to serve you. And, ironically, like I said, it's the time where the Sun is in Aquarius, which is opposite to Leo, which typically can be a little bit of a combative feeling. I feel like there might be a more of a pull for you to be more humble than normal. Kind of like pushing the spotlight off a little. I don't know if that's right, but it's like pushing accolades over to other people, like kind of shining the light on other people. Okay. And I feel like that's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like the looking out for others. Like, when I'm looking at this right now, I feel like this is a sense where you're looking out for others, and it's like benefiting you so much. Like, I feel like you're a little agitated, like a borderline agitation, not for any reason in particular, but like you're trying to get attention off of you for some reason. Like, you just don't really want it for whatever reason. You're just like, you don't want to be singled out or like praised or like pointed at for some reason, and you're kind of pushing other people into the spotlight, and you're like recognizing other people. Not that that's something you wouldn't do, but it's like it's becoming like, at this point, it's like you're constantly doing it. I feel like you're kind of pushing that spotlight off of you and pushing it onto other people, which is kind of shining the light on you in a reactive sort of way. I feel like you're being noticed for noticing others, that type of thing. Okay, but I feel like it's a very good thing. Like, it's a very, like, you're pointing out people's good attributes, and you're like, I feel like you're almost pointing out your own faults in a way. And by pointing out your own faults, you're pointing out what other people do well. But then it kind of comes back on you. Like, people praise you for the things you do, and the way you are makes things happen the way they do, and they're happy that you're the way you are, so it's not really a fault. Like, it's interesting. It's very good. Like, it's a very good feeling. I feel like there's a very caring feeling in trying to recognize others, and it's coming back and it's like paying off like more than you really want to. I feel like it's bringing more of a spotlight. Like you're trying to push the spotlight off you, and it's just putting you more in the spotlight by doing so. Okay. I also feel like some people around you, I feel like they don't feel like they can keep up with you. And I feel like you have a lot of energy anyway, but right now, especially with the underlying agitation, seems to be really motivating you and keeping you moving. And like I feel like you're constantly moving. Go, 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 go. Like it's almost like if you try to sit down to watch a movie, maybe you'll sit down for 5-10 minutes, 15 if you really hold yourself to it, but then you're up and doing something else. Like you constantly wanting to do something. You need more. Like you couldn't read like a homeowner's policy at this time. Like that would like aggravate you unless that's something you find really exciting. But like it has to be like anything you're doing, you need to be energized, and if you're not, you kind of veer away and do something else. Okay. But I even feel like even if you're like watching a movie and it's like an action thriller, like it'd have to be really pretty engaging. Otherwise, you're not going to sit there and watch the whole thing. You're gonna stand up and do something else, or you're gonna walk out, or whatever. Or it's going to be really aggravating to you to sit there and wait for the stupid movie to end. Even though it might be a good movie, you might sit there and be like, I have to wait for this stupid thing to end. It's a whole hour and a half. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. We're kind of moving through the reading slow, which is interesting, because the other two ones I just did before this, for Sagittarius and Aries, seem to flow pretty quickly. I'm kind of like interested to find out what's going on here. They're all good cards, but it seems like there's a lot packed into here. Like, I feel like there's a lot packed in between the 1st and the 15th. I feel like communication and action, you're in control of all of it. You communicate what you want, you take action on what you want, you get other people to do what you want. Things are moving forward. I don't really feel like there's anything specific you're working on. I just feel like it's kind of like, I want to do this, let's go. I want to do that, let's go. Alright, tomorrow we're going to do this. Or this weekend, this is what I'm going to do. You're coming with me. That's kind of the energy I got going on here. I don't feel like anybody's standing against it in any sense. I feel like some people feel like they're just drawn in and just kind of pulled along, and they don't really feel like they have the choice to say no. They even may say no a little bit, but you kind of keep going, and they just kind of go along with it. I don't think it's not to be mean. I just feel like you just keep going. I don't think you're being mean to anybody. You're just like, come on, you'd have fun. Let's just go. Come on, you'll have fun. Come on. And that's just, things keep moving. I feel like there's a lot of just, like that, I come back to that underlying agitation, just kind of like, it's not like you're aggravated or angry in the sense of like, you want to, I don't feel like it's like that. It's just kind of like a little agitation, like you constantly want to keep moving, you constantly want to keep talking. Not that you don't want to talk anyway, but I feel like it's just constant. I do feel like, as we keep going forward, I feel like some people are like a deer in the headlights. Like, I feel like there's some people who are just kind of like, oh my god, you're just like the Energizer Bunny on steroids, there's just no stopping you. And they're just kind of looking at you in awe, like, how do you keep going? Like, how is this possible? And they're going along with you, and things are continuing to go on. I'm like, are we going to hit something? I still feel like there's not something specific. I feel like there's a lot of little things, and like directions change for some reason. Like, maybe not like left to right, but like if you're going this way, you're going to the right, but then you're a little, like 10 degrees to the north, and then 10 degrees to the south, and just but like it's quick movements. I shouldn't say it's like you kind of drift. You just kind of like go this way, and then it's quicker movements. We're coming towards something though, and I'm trying to figure out what is it we're coming towards here. Because I've got the King of Cups, which is a general read, so it doesn't denote male or female. It just kind of it does denote like a leader or someone kind of like standing firm on how they feel and communicating that and moving forward with their feelings of love, dedication. So I feel like someone close to you that you have romantic feelings for might like step in at some point in the middle of this and say like, you know what, you need to spend more time with me. And I feel like it comes across just like that. But you match it in the sense of like, well, yeah, of course I want to spend time with you. Let's go do stuff. So it goes that direction. Like, and they want you to spend more time with them, and you make that happen. I feel like that very much makes this person happy, because I do feel like it comes across like passionately, I should say, but it's not. It doesn't bother you. I don't feel like it bothers you at all. You just match it with the same passion, and like, yes, of course I want to spend time with you. Let's do that, and that happens. I feel like this is strengthening and cementing this relationship further. For some of you, if you're single, this is someone coming to you, like, flat out saying they like you and they want to hang out. And you're just like, then we should do that. Let's go. And it's just like let's do it. If you are single and this starts, it's like passion from get-go. Right off the bat, passion. They tell you how they feel. You feel the same way. Why hold back? That's kind of what I'm getting from it. Your passion is really strong at this point. Not that it wouldn't be, but this really makes that person feel very valued and precious to you. They feel very valued in the relationship, and they're showing that. And I feel like they may try to like shower you with a few gifts or shower you with affection. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like that makes you feel very appreciated, and I feel like this is going out very well. Your end card is the Emperor, which again, this isn't male or female, like whatever matches you, because it's a general read. But it definitely makes me feel like you're sitting in a spot where you feel very valued, honored. You're also honoring the other person. You're looking out for the other person. It's a very reciprocal feel. I feel like the other person feels very blessed and has a lot to give you, and in return the same. You feel like you have a lot. You've been blessed with a lot, and you have a lot to give, and they're giving. It's like that reciprocal feeling. I just want to use the word reciprocal. Give and take. Just so it doesn't seem out of focus here. The support card for this is the Romance card. Which, especially with this one, I feel like things like you got kind of the infinity symbol here. It's not completely completed here, but it's pretty much like implying the infinity symbol right there. I feel like this is a great relationship. I'm getting kind of a Scorpio feel, especially with that King of Cups, which can be a very, very hot and passionate affair. So if there's a Scorpio involved, I feel like they could be very, very passionate. But I feel like they'll constantly be passionate. It could be like very much like a burning a candle at both ends feel to me. I feel like there's an agreement about feelings for each other. The only thing is, when I'm getting the Scorpio feel, I feel like the other person may also have that leader quality. Typically, when I think of a Leo, I think of a leader. Same thing with a Scorpio. I think of a leader. And there might be a lot of cooperation in the beginning, with passion and things like that, which there may be a great match for. There may be where are we going tonight? What are we going to do next week type feel. There might be a battle for who wins out and what direction you actually go, what direction the relationship goes. I feel like you'll be in agreement about having a relationship and being in love, but like where you're taking it, like what you're gonna do, I feel like there might be a constant battle for who's gonna hold the reins type situation. Okay. I feel like my readings are going really fast. Like the energy seems like it's flowing really fast. I did have a bit of coffee. Well, I have 1 cup of coffee. That's not really that much. But I feel like the energy's flying fast. Like, and maybe because I'm doing fire signs tonight. But whoo, it's like a lot of movement. A lot of movement. To see if there's anything else we need to touch about here. I feel like when we look about how this relationship's going to go in your respect, how you feel about it, I feel like you're trying to plan out once the relationship is really in swing and you've both decided where you're going in a sense of like the passion's there and you've done whatever you've done to officially make it a relationship in your eyes. I feel like you're already starting to plan like what do you want to do in the future? Where do you kind of want this to go? I feel like you're looking at this person and you're kind of like, where do I want this to go? Do I want this to be long-term? Can I see myself marrying or committing to this person or like building a life with this person? That type of thing. I feel like you're already starting to organize. This is on your side. I feel like the other person is very much about the home and like what type of home and how would life with you be? I feel like they're coming at it like how would daily life with you be? What is it like to wake up with you? What is it like to do, have dinner with you every night and to make sure things are taken care of and things like that? I feel like they're more centered on the home side. You're more centered on the like planning ahead side. I feel like your side is kind of analytical. Their side is kind of emotional in a sense. The passion is there, so you passionately match, but when it goes to like where this relationship is going to go, you're like planning out, what do I want to do? Is this someone I can spend my life with? Is this someone I could do this with? How would we handle this? I feel like there's like a planning sense to it. And I feel like the other person's kind of looking at it like, what would it be like to be with you, to have dinner every night, to wake up with you, that type of feel. I don't know if that makes sense, because it's a little bit of a different feel. They're not like so different, like they're in the same ballpark, but I feel like it's like one is like home base and the other one is left field. Same game, same situation, just different parts of the puzzle. Yeah, okay. Not bad, but I feel like there needs to be some mention of that the other person's kind of like concentrating on how it is to feel with you now and getting used to like what it's like to be with you in a daily basis or as much as possible. And I feel like you're kind of looking ahead in the sense of like, what are we going to do at this point? What should we do at this point? Do I want to be there with this person? Is this somebody I want to commit to in the long term? And like, I feel like the way you're looking at this person is like, I'm either going to do this and continue on with hopes for it to be something permanent, or if I don't think it's going to be permanent, maybe I'll just call it for what it is and just let it kind of like be for now and just realize what it is. Okay. Okay. Well, that is the January 1st to January 15th read. Thank you very much for watching. Get this right up. Have a good day.